Do you ever wonder what goes on in the 7th grade? Or think about what blood type is most often requested by hospitals? How about finding yourself pondering who are the talented lower school student artists of the quarter? Well, if you have, then you're in the right place. We'll be back with the answers to these questions and much more. Stay with us. Welcome to what is shaping up to be a fabulous Friday. I'm Maria Udenich, and we are at the start of a 3-day weekend thanks to the 519th anniversary of Columbus's arrival in the Americas. Columbus landed in the Bahamas for the first time on October 12, 1492. The holiday, however, is always celebrated on the second Monday in October, even if that day is not the 12th. While Columbus Day is a federal holiday, it is not typically celebrated or paraded like other federal holidays, and Hawaii, Alaska, and South Dakota do not recognize it at all. Now let's move on with our international news segment, produced by Stephen Ketchmark.
Hello, fellow Barstow students, or should I say, bonjour. I'm the executive producer of the international news segment. This segment is being produced for your enjoyment and information. We greatly appreciate your comments, concerns, and participation. If you'd like to co-host the international segment, please email me at stephen.ketchmark@barstowschool.org. But now we're off to Elise and Helen to catch up on what's happening around the world.
Hi, I'm Helen.
And I'm Elise Finn.
And we're here with the international news. Une compétition internationale de cyclisme a eu lieu à Florence dimanche. Rui Costa a gagné et il est maintenant champion du monde. Les autres cyclistes qui ont bien réussi pendant la compétition représentent l'Espagne et l'Italie. Costa avait aussi gagné 2 étapes du Tour de France. Il est le premier cycliste portugais champion du monde.
An international bicycle competition was in Florence on Sunday. Rui Costa won, and he is now the world champion. Other cyclists who did well during the competition represented Spain and Italy. Costa has won 2 stages of the Tour de France also. He is the first Portuguese cyclist to be the world champion.
Dimanche 29 septembre, la Russie a emprisonné 8 membres de l'équipage d'un navire du Greenpeace qui s'appelle l'Arctic Sunrise. Ils sont poursuivis pour piraterie en groupe organisé.
Sunday, September 29th, Russia imprisoned 8 members of the crew of a Greenpeace vessel named the Arctic Sunrise. They are charged with organized piracy.
I'm Hélène Bergère.
And I'm Elise Finn, and this was International News. Bye.
Au revoir.
Thanks, Stephen. Volunteers are still needed for the upcoming musical Into the Woods. Earn on-campus service hours by working 1 or more of the following shifts. To sign up for a shift or to ask questions about duties, please email Karen Jacks at kjacks@kc.rr.com. Guess the number of pink Jelly Bellies in the jar in the bookstore window and win the jar full of jelly beans. We ask that you please make a donation to the Susan G. Komen Foundation for each guess you make. We will also be drawing a name the night of the Dig Pink game to win the tumbler filled with Jelly Bellies. You must be present at the game to win the tumbler, so come out and support Our Lady Knights. We now turn to a story produced by Tess Phillips. In the process of capturing the video for the story, Tess found a lot of empathy in the 7th grade. And when we return, we'll be joined by my guest co-anchor, Libby Smith.
Over the summer, we read a book called Wonder, and then when we went back to school, we really focused on the word empathy.
The book we read was called Wonder, and it was about a guy named Augie, and he had a deformed face, so he wasn't really accepted.
Mrs. Finn and I both decided that it would be a great book for the 7th graders because of its overwhelming message of empathy for other people, particularly when people are different from who we are. And that's a value that we really want to instill in our students, and we're going to be addressing that a lot as we get ready to go to the Heifer International field trip coming up in October.
So in our advisories, we drew what we looked like and we wrote a prompt or a quote explaining something that is meaningful to us.
My sentence for the project was I was born on the wrong side of the world because at nighttime I like to stay up and during the day, of course, I like to sleep. And so when I'm awake at nighttime here, it's daytime somewhere else on the other side of the world. And when I want to sleep in the daytime, people are sleeping on the other side of the world.
I selected a passage from one of my favorite authors, Frederick Buechner, which says, "Here is the world, beautiful and terrible things will happen, don't be afraid." I really like that because it gets at the reality that a lot of life is painful and hard and difficult, but a lot of life is fun and joyful and amazing. So just be prepared for both realities.
Hey Libby, thanks for joining me on the set today at BTVN.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. That was quite a beautiful story by the 7th grade.
Yeah, it was really great how they're teaching them about empathy and caring for each other at such a young age.
Of course. So how are things progressing with the blood drive?
Well, this year I am the student leader for the Barstow Blood Drive, partnering with the Community Blood Center of Kansas City. And our local blood center opened in 1958, and with the help of the CBC, patients no longer have to ask their relatives to donate blood for their help. And since opening, over 800,000 patients have received blood from our CBC, and over 145,000 pints of blood have been collected. Our blood drive will be October 30th on Wednesday. We'll be in the front circle from 9:10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. You must be 16 years old to donate. If you want to donate, you can email me. Teachers and parents are welcome to donate as well. Each donator gets a free t-shirt and 2 free tickets to Carolyn's Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze. Maria, do you remember the blood drive promo that Jesse Payne did?
Yeah, it was the Twilight Vampire one, right?
Yeah, if you missed it, let's take another look.
You're cold, you're pale, and you take people's blood.
What am I? Say it out loud.
A vampire.
What? No! I'm a phlebotomist. I'm here to take your blood. It's a blood drive.
What are you gonna do with my blood?
I'm just going to send it back to the community blood center where they will test the blood and give it to those in need of it.
Funny to see that piece again, huh?
Yeah, that was really great.
The Operation Breakthrough Club's Trick or Treat So Kids Can Eat food drive is this Saturday, October 12th. It is at our local hen house and they still need lots of help. Contact Lisa Leipson or Annie Grabowski to sign up.
The PSAT test will be administered to all sophomores and juniors on Wednesday, October 16th at 7:30 in the dining hall and Brookfield Gym. Please be on time and bring 2 number 2 pencils and a calculator. Maria, do you remember when we took the PSAT?
I did. I didn't really like it.
Yeah, but make sure to get lots of sleep and eat a really good breakfast so you can be ready to take it at 7:30 in the morning.
It's very important. And finally, on today's show, we'd like to introduce you to the Lower School Student Artist of the Quarter. BTVN's Shannon Leonard has the story.
Andy Warhol He was the artist we studied of butterflies, and then like to make it, we had to like print into foam, and then we had to put roll ink on the foam, and then stamp it onto another piece of paper, and then chalk pastel against the piece of paper, and then the ink, it was all sticky and stuff. The foam, it seemed kind of like sturdy.
Boys and girls, you've done some really pretty work here, and I'd like you to tell your teachers and me a little bit about what you did. So Kaylee, you wrote this very nicely, friends together. Did you play with some people while you were doing your artwork? Okay, what's your best friend at school's name?
Emma.
Emma, okay, and is Emma up there? Okay, which one is Emma? You point Emma out to me. Oh my gosh, and you told me a little secret earlier that your favorite color is what?
Pink.
Pink, okay, and I can see some pink up there. It's very, very pretty. All right, so over here we have Connor and Alexandra, and you're going to tell me a little bit about your artwork. So let's start with Alexandra. You tell me a little bit about what you did.
So how we made it was we carved into foam with pencil, and then we stamped it down on paper, and then we used chalk to color it in.
Mm-hmm. So thank you so much to everybody for letting me hang all of this beautiful artwork in my office. Good job, well done. Come and give me 5 again. All right. Good job. Wasn't very scary, was it?
That was a great story, Shanley.
So that's all the time we have today. We wish everyone a happy Columbus Day, and we'll see you Tuesday.